Vicinity FM 95.3.
Music, sports,
in towards Lukaku.
Entertainment, politics, all on your darling station, Vicinity 95.3 FM, Ikejile, Ijesha.
This is Vicinity 95.3 FM, Ikejile, Ijesha. The time is 6 o'clock. I am Paulette Tank with news nationwide. First, the headlines. Tinubu meets service chiefs over worsening insecurity. Osun PDP APC trade accusations over Judiciary Council leadership. And gas explosions destroy over 10 vehicles in Rivers. Now, the news in full. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has held a high-level security meeting with military service chiefs and the Inspector General of Police at the State House in Abuja, amid rising violence in Plateau, Benue and Borno states. The meeting follows recent attacks that claimed hundreds of lives, prompting the president to approve the immediate deployment of forest guard units across 1,129 forests nationwide to strengthen security and surveillance in rural areas. The closed-door session comes just before Tinubu's scheduled visits to Rome, where he will attend the inauguration Mass of Pope Leo at the Vatican. According to Presidential aide Bayo Ananuga, the trip highlights Nigeria's commitment to international diplomatic relations, with the president expected to participate in a solemn mass marking the start of the new pontificate. BUA Group Chairman Abdul Samad Rabiu has warned food hoarders to expect further drops in prices of staples like rice, maize and flour, crediting the decline to President Tinubu's waiver policy on food imports. Rabiu said BUA Food took advantage of the policy to import large volumes, which helped slash soaring food prices and disrupted hoarding practices. He criticized local rice processors who hoard rice paddy to inflate prices post-harvest, noting that many are now incurring losses. Rabiu added that the Rice Millers Association is working to prevent future hoarding, emphasizing the government import strategy has provided relief to Nigerian consumers and restored market balance. The People's Democratic Party, PDP, and the All Progressive Congress, APC, both issued opposing statements over the legal status of local government chairmen and the role of the judiciary in the dispute. In the press statement signed by the PDP's Director of Media and Publicity, Hezekiah Olabamiji, the party claimed the APC misrepresented court orders to sustain a narrative of reinstatement for its sacked council chairman. Olabamiji declared there is no judgment reinstating the sacked chairman, and the judgment of the Federal High Court sacking them still stands. In response to PDP's accusation, the APC, in a statement issued late Thursday by its Director of Media and Information, Kola Olabisi, urged that the court not granted any of the relief sought by the Osun state government and had instead ordered all parties to maintain the status quo until the matter is heard on June 4, 2025. The party accused the state government of attempting to obtain court orders behind necessary parties and insinuated that it was on the lookout for pliable judges to further its cause, an allegation the PDP had preemptively dismissed as defamatory and baseless. Still in Osun, Advocate for Sustainable and Inclusive Community Development, ASICD, held a one-day workshop on rural agricultural women's perspective on Osun State climate action in Osogbo, Osun State capital. The workshop, sponsored by Urgent Action Fund Africa, is focused on gender-reflective policy for the state's climate change action. In his speech, Commissioner for Innovation, Science, Technology and Digital Economy, Dele Olatunji Ayofe Moruf, called on women at the front line of agriculture in the rural areas to amplify their voice for intensive and sustainable plan action in Osun State, reaffirming the vital role of rural agricultural women in climate adaptation and economic resilience at the workshop. The participants called on Osun State government and relevant stakeholders to incorporate the validated contributions into the final climate action plan to ensure inclusive and gender-responsive climate solutions. This is Vicinity 95.3 FM, Kejile Ijesha. News nationwide will continue shortly. For news updates and live streaming, visit our website at vicinity953fm.com.ng. Send an email to vicinitynewsroom@gmail.com or call 0814-365-8302 for breaking news around you. You can also follow us on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok at Vicinity 95.3 FM. Now the rest of the news. In commemoration investiture of His Imperial Majesty Owa Clement Adesuyi Astrop Ajimuku III as the 41st Owa Obokun Adimula and paramount ruler of Ijesha land, the Coronation Committee has released a 10-day program of activities for the historic event. In a statement jointly issued by the Secretary of the Coronation Planning Committee, Lady Dupe Ajayi Badebo, and Chief Shola Oshunke, Chairman of the Media and Publicity Subcommittee, the Coronation Planning Committee said that the program will commence today, Friday, May 16th, while the Grand Coronation of the new Owa will come on Friday, May 23rd. According to the committee, the event started with special Jumat service at Ilesha Central Mosque, cultural celebrations, sporting activities, visitation to orphanages, and end with coronation of Owa Obokun of Ijesha land on May 23rd at the palace. The Coronation Committee assured all invited guests of their safety and comfort before, during, and after the monument event. And away from Osun, no fewer than 10 vehicles have been destroyed in the devastating gas explosion occurred at the Nubet filling station along Air Force Road in Port Harcourt, Rivers State. The incident resulted in over 10 vehicles being burnt beyond repair, and a newly worship center was also affected by the massive blast. According to eyewitnesses, the explosion was suspected to have been triggered by fabrication and civil works being carried out near the gas plant, where a gas tank was buried underground, while a pump attendant suffered severe wounds and was hospitalized. The unfortunate incident happened today at noon, which has raised concerns about the safety of gas storage facilities and the need for stricter regulations. And a bit of sports, as the highly anticipated National Sport Festival kicked off today, Friday, in Ogun State. The Traffic Management Agency has issued a traffic advisory for motorists across the state. The agency spokesperson, Babatunde Akinbi, said the routes within the Abeokuta, Ijebu-Ode, and Remo area are expected to experience heavy traffic flow since the games will take place in these areas. For the opening ceremony scheduled for Sunday, May 18th, at the MKO Abiola International Stadium, Kuto, Abeokuta Road, users who have no business along the routes leading to the stadium and its environs have been directed to avoid the axis. Akimbi appealed to the motoring public to cooperate with the Traffic Management Agency personnel to minimize delays in travel time and ensure traffic flow. To end news nationwide, another look at the headlines. Tinubu meets service chiefs IGP over worsening insecurity ahead of Rome trip. The meeting follows recent attack that claimed hundreds of lives. We told you that Osun PDP APC trade accusations over judiciary council leadership as both parties issued opposing statements over the illegal status of local government chairmen and the role of the judiciary in the dispute. And lastly, you heard gas explosion destroys over 10 vehicles in Rivers as the explosion was suspected to have been triggered by fabrication and civil works being carried out near the gas plant. That was News Nationwide. It was edited by Mujib Olakunle. On behalf of the production crew, I am Paul Leteng. Thanks for listening. Good evening.